There we go. Let's preparing the live stream.
Hey man, so wait, so we're technically live, but this is like when
Yes,
they.
we are live right
So
now.
this is when the boys be having like a little countdown and shit. The 5, 3, cool.
Yeah.
This is a vibe, man. Hey, I've been enjoying the ball while we were getting those Twitters and shit, right? Motherfucking, I've been enjoying this season, dog. It's been a fun ass season. I thought last season, biggest season ever, and it was. Came down to some crucial shit. Fucking Bengals did what they did, but Week 15 has been I think it's been a a good season to cover, just because there's so much unpredictable shit going on, so many crazy injuries, people getting paid and people just underperforming, people just like no like real like star that kind of emerged besides for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. So like it's been a great season.
Yeah, and every game has been. I mean, fuck, we have like how many ties have we had this year already?
That's insane. Probably like 2, maybe 3. Because the Steelers tied last year. It was the Colts and the Texans, and then the Giants and Commies.
Yeah, everyone, if you're here early, shout out you. We're still getting set up. We'll be making the picks for Saturday night football: Vikings, Colts, Browns, Ravens, Bills, Dolphins, and of course, recapping the game that just happened last night. The Seahawks getting kind of obliterated by the 49ers, but we're
They
just
got
setting up,
fucked
sending
up.
them the
They
stream
got
and everything.
they got fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I'm gonna talk about it more once we get everything together. But like they got fucked up. I mean, Gino didn't look terrible. Definitely against that pass rush and against that pass rush. Like you have a rookie, your best O line is a rookie, Charles Cross. So it's like, all right, I'm not tripping, but yeah, y'all boys got fucked up.
They did not look good. I mean, like I said, that they're one of the worst run defenses. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey ate free on these motherfuckers.
All right, guys, we are live. Let's hop into it. This is Totally Blitz Podcast. We're recapping Thursday night football, making Saturday night football picks. This is Paul Pick'em, Wyndham Concha, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's that boy Kev, water voice of boy, man. You know I love to go live because I'm all the way live.
Yes, so if you're here, thank you for joining us. Drop comments below. Make your picks. Got questions, but let's get into it, Kev. Thursday night football. We kind of were hitting on it earlier if y'all are here. Seahawks didn't look good. Geno Smith didn't look good. Pete Carroll was kind of stepping, though. Then 49ers was Brock Purdy seems to be a guy. The defense still as legit as ever. Christian McCaffrey seems that trade is looking better and better and better every week as it's going on.
Nah, that Christian McCaffrey trade is probably the best thing you could ever do. Kyle Shanahan loves him. They treat him like he's a prototype android, like he can do whatever. And I'm looking at the stats. Like he has so many crazy stats when it comes to just being a dual threat. He has like 11 games where he's scored a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. That's like 4th most or something crazy like that. He just has a whole bunch of crazy dual threat stats. Like when that dual threat comes something so lethal that everybody in the game does it. Like he's gonna be like a pioneer to that shit in the sense. And Kyle Shanahan just said, "Yeah, I need that."
Yeah, and this is another showing of like a team that goes all in on the year, and it pays off. Like the Rams last year went all in. The 49ers seem to be going all in, and Brock Purdy. I mean, yeah, he's been looking good, but also let's be legit. This is a system. This is a very good system, an easy system for QBs to step in. One of the biggest things is just be accurate. And Brock Purdy, at least coming out of college, he was super accurate. That's something you can say about him. And the legend of him grows even more. I don't know if you heard, but apparently, like Nick Saban didn't recruit him, and when he went in for like a in-person visit of everything, Nick Saban was like, "Hey, like." We like in the office, like, hey, like you can come here, but if we can't recruit you, you gotta be a walk-on, all that stuff. You have great arm talent, great this, but your accuracy is lacking, da 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 da. And apparently coming out of high school, Brock Purdy, he didn't have the arm talent, then he was as accurate like a motherfucker. So he told Nick Saban right then and there, like, all right, I have no problem. Like, yes, I have no problem not joining your school, no problem. That's no big deal. but don't sit here and lie to me. I know you didn't watch my tape because you don't know anything about me apparently. So it's
Oh,
fine with me. I was just like, hey, bro, hang your nuts on Nick Saban real quick. And the legend grows even more. I fuck with him even more from last pick to now winning games as a starter. But it is a system, and he's just in a great system to be in. And 49ers are legit. I think they're still a top 3 NFC team right now.
I can't wait to see him play in the playoffs because if he could just manage his way to 2-3 wins. Oh man, you're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and people were like, oh, like, no Debo, how's he gonna look? I mean, offense this is an offense where you can go down a guy or two and it can still produce. So we saw it this week. Seahawks, they're in the same boat as like the Chargers and some other teams right now. If they're going up against a team that can run the ball effectively and have a good running back, just don't ever pick them because they cannot stop the run whatsoever this year.
No cap, but that defense was unstoppable against them boys. Like the way Nick Bosa was back there every play, getting on his ass, and then the fact that they took away that pick. It was, I don't know, was it a pick six? It was definitely a nice ass pick, possibly pick six. No, it was a pick six. They took it away because they called roughing the passer because he put his arm. Nah, it's bullshit. Inconsistent ass call, but I don't like to complain about refs, so we're not gonna get into that shit. But once I saw that, I knew this game was over. This 49ers team is legit. They're gonna go into the playoffs hype. If they get just a slither bit healthy. George Kittle looked like a fucking animal in the first half. Motherfucking caught them boys in a blown coverage and took that bitch all the way up because he's a Travis Kelce big ass motherfucker. Well, it's nobody that big should be moving that fast, but that's what they do. So this 49ers team look great, man. I just can't wait to see them boys in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he's doing exactly what Jimmy G was doing, just making the smart reads, quick passes, playing the system correct. And like, I feel like, and I'm not gonna say any quarterback could do it. He's gotta have a high IQ. So he might not have been athletically gifted, but his IQ and knowing being able to learn the playbook and effectively do the playbook might be really good. And that's all you need in like a Belichick or Shanahan system.
That is.
Now let's get into our Saturday picks. We got 3 games to break down. One at 1:00. The Vikings are at home coming off their loss to the Lions, where they're 3.5-point favorites against the Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan will still be the starter. Do you think the Vikings bounce back here?
Oh, Vikings fucking them boys up. But I do want to see Jonathan Taylor in this game. Jonathan Taylor back, fresh legs against a team that's just not great defensively. They have a better rush defense than pass defense. Historic low pass defense. So I think there's going to be a lot of like maybe screens or something to Jonathan Taylor, motherfucking some tight end. A lot of tight ends are going to get the ball in this game. And the Colts are going to find a way to score and not look terrible. But Matt Ryan, anytime interceptions, always a good bet, consistently.
Always.
So motherfucking, I'm still taking the Vikings on this one. They're not in Minnesota, are they?
They are in Minnesota, where they're 6-1 at home.
Yeah, gotta take Minnesota on this one.
See, I like Minnesota here, but this is a game where the Vikings do have the worst pass defense, and Matt Ryan may look pretty good here. I think there might be some points scored on both sides of the ball. Colts defense has been really good this year. They just have a very bad offense to complement them. So the Vikings may struggle. If this was an 8:00 game, prime time, I probably would lean on the Colts because of primetime Kirk Cousins against a good defense, and their pass defense is ass. But 1:00 Kirk usually does some work. So give me the Vikings.
That was fine.
And that was on the top of the dome too, bro. That was just not even on purpose. But next game, divisional game, Deshaun Watson Browns here. 3-point favorites against the maybe Tyler Huntley Ravens. If he doesn't play, it will be the backup. I can't remember his name right now. Tyler Brown, Antonio Brown, something like that.
I mean, the Ravens won last week. Good for them. This week, against a Browns team, are they playing in Cleveland?
It's in the dog pound.
And they usually play The Browns usually play the Ravens really, really tough. So I'm actually gonna take I gotta take the Browns, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm taking Cleveland.
See, I was gonna take the Browns until I saw a little nugget that says the Ravens played the Nick Chubb really well. I think in their appearances against each other, Nick Chubb only averages like 60 yards per game against them.
Oh wow.
Best by any team that's played him more than twice. And I'm pretty sure they played him like 6-8 times. Like they're in division. They play twice a year. I'm not sure how many times he's been healthy or around for those games, but it's at least like 6 to 8 times. And hold one of the best runners. And the Ravens also just have a really good run defense altogether, second best in the NFL, only allowing 81 yards per game. I'm just more, my biggest question is just that quarterback position right now. Like if Huntley was in, I would be hammering the Ravens as a dog. I'm just worried about the backup because they only threw the ball like 4 times once he came in, and he played the whole quarter. They just kept running. J.K. Dobbins did look good though. He was healthy. I'm checking the Browns. Browns are 128 yards per game allowed on the ground, about 10th, 11th in the NFL. Not that good. So I'm going to take the Ravens as a dog here. The divisional games are always close. I think they'll be able to run the ball even if the backup is in. And I just don't trust Watson. Like the Ravens are exploitable by the air, but Watson's been ass since he's been back, and I think Nick Chubb's going to be kind of held.
Nice, I like it.
Next game, on to Saturday night football. That sounds so weird to say, but the Bills are at home to face the Dolphins. This will be the rematch of when the Dolphins beat the Bills earlier this year, and I think the Bills were undefeated when they walked into the door, and they were knocking teams' heads clean off, like beating the Titans prime time. This running through teams. Since then, the Bills have kind of looked a little struggleish, but also have won games and overcame some shit. Dolphins, past 2 weeks has been abysmal. I'm gonna be honest, as a Dolphins fan, has Tua been found out? That's a real question. It's not even just found out, but the scheme. They're not throwing the ball less than 10 yards, and typically it's in the middle of the field. Teams are now dropping the linebackers further back. So now that middle of the field isn't as open, and we're not scheming up anything to throw it short or even give the running game a chance. We're not trying to run the ball a lot. Those are not good signs. But how you feeling, Kev, about this rematch, divisional game, 7-point spread? Bills are favored at home.
So I look at it like this: the schedule makers are some fucking geniuses. You don't peep the little shit until you see it. They chose to let the Dolphins play at home in the middle of the heat, and they're letting the Bills play at home in the snow. So like they was like, okay, we gonna make it interesting. Like we gonna play y'all elements, because they could easily switch that around.
Yeah.
So
they know what they're doing.
It's gonna be cold outside, and Josh. And then the biggest thing about me is that you said that it seems like everything I just figured them boys out and all this shit. First off, Tyreek Hill can never be figured out. That's me personally. Like, I don't know. But Mike McDaniels is walking around practice with I wish it was colder shirt. With the strut, got the watch.
And they're keeping the AC in the facility at 40 degrees.
Doing this thing. I wish it was colder.
It was colder. Tell them.
It's insane that them boys is coming through with good confidence. They don't fear this team, and they think it's great. But I'm taking the Bills. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not gonna.
I think you took the Bills last time, too.
I'm really hoping they don't burn me twice, because this is for playoff implications. If they win this game, they lock up the AFC East, which is low-key one of the hardest divisions in the league right now. So they need this game. They need this win. They're in their element. I would love for Von Miller to have been in the game, but he's out. Pray for him. He's tore his ACL. So, man, this is going to be a good-ass fucking game, and I think it's going to come down to fourth quarter heroics, and I think the Bills got it a little bit more than y'all in the snow.
You know how I'm coming.
And I just don't like y'all to lose 3 in a row either. That's crazy, because you guys are such a great team.
Bills have been better at home, 5-1 at home. They show up at home. They added Cole Beasley. He was like one of Josh Allen's favorite targets in the slot. Getting him. I was never big on Gabe Davis, and it's showing more and more. Big drop rate. He's either a boomer bust type receiver. Either he puts up 100 yards and some touchdowns, or he goes for like 27 yards, and that was his whole day. Cole Beaslly, they bring him in. Isaiah McKenzie's there already. I think they're getting all their weapons back that they had last year. So it does kind of it does worry me a little bit because the Dolphins have struggled and we're not that good on away games, only 3-4. But with the confidence and swag of McDaniel, and he seems like a super smart coach, like way smarter than your average coach. And I think if we can see that the 10, 15-yard throws are getting figured out, and he sees all the noise, he hears it, he sees the issues, and he's way smarter than a lot of other people. I think he can fix it. I think he can scheme up a different game plan, and if that's not working, he has other shit going on. So I like us here. 7 points is a big spread for a divisional game in which the Bills lost, and the Bills haven't looked that good anyway, and some recent games on top of it. So I would tell people hammer that +7 Miami, even if you don't think we'll win. This is a divisional primetime game. But yeah, give me the Dolphins.
I'm not gonna lie. If you guys were to win out this division, and you guys were to win out and win this division, I would say Mike McDaniels wins Coach of the Year. But it's looking like Nick Sirianni finna get it.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni's definitely. Mike McDaniel's in contention, but what the Eagles are doing right now, it is a little different.
It's special.
All right. We split on 2 games on the Saturday. I like that. Did you want to give out one lock?
What's the spreads?
They're all within 7 on the Bills, 3 for the Browns, and 3.5 for the Vikings.
Oof. Who do I take? The Vikings or the Bills? Oof. I'm gonna take the Bills in the snow.
Okay, I like it. I would have to say, instead of I'll give out one. I'll take the Vikings. I think they should. It's not prime time, and I low-key have a little Saturday best bet to give out before this live ends. It would probably be Miami +7. This is a lot of points for a divisional primetime game for a team that lost last time they played against this team. And the Ravens +3. Even if the Browns win, their offense doesn't seem like a team that could win by more than 3 points.
Facts. I like it.
Yeah.
But hey, man. Break it down, man.
Yeah, you can break it down. Send these boys home. I mean, you don't got to go home, but y'all got to get the fuck out of here.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. This is Totally Blitz live. You feel me? They got games on Saturday, so we get to watch games Thursday. I get to watch highlights Friday, previews Friday. You can watch the podcast Saturday. Motherfucking Saturday, they got games. Sunday, you got games. Monday, they got games. Tuesday, you can watch all the podcast and Fight Club episodes we drop for you. So motherfucking, y'all stay tuned. Y'all have a great, safe week, man. It's a week away from Christmas, man. Stay jolly, stay holly, man, and stay off of my